is Jacqueline Goodheart, and I've been a member of this community for the last 25 years. And I'm talking to you today because my husband, George Lynn, was a patient here over the last year. In May of 2015, George was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer with metastasis to the liver. And at that time he was living in Kingston, but we had just re-met after many, many years and fallen in love. And so he moved to the Valley and wanted to be treated here. George was Superman. He really was. He was a remarkable human who loved everyone. His whole theory about life was, life is just about giving and receiving love. He loved the outdoors. He was a professional paddler. He had almost PhD in linguistics. He was a doctor of homeopathy and a medical doctor who couldn't just see patients every 10 minutes, so he became a psychiatrist, so he could sit with each person for at least an hour. He served for 27 years in Kingston, at the Kingston General Hospital Cancer Center, at a private office in downtown Kingston, and people loved him. Everyone loved George. He was a wonderful family man. He was a wonderful son. He had unlimited energy, and he was just a big bundle of love. To give you a little background information, George knew Renfrew County very well because over 20 years ago he was the psychiatrist that came to the Valley in a couple of weeks to treat people. So he was familiar with all of the doctors here and all of community mental health. And so people knew him already. I first met him over 20 years ago when he lectured at this very hospital, St. Francis Memorial Hospital, because I was working in mental health at the same time. So it was really clear right from the minute he had his diagnosis that he wanted to be treated here in Renfrew County. He already knew everyone up here, and he had so much faith and trust in the quality of care that he would be receiving here at St. Francis and in Renfrew. So even though his oncologist was in Ottawa, most of the treatment that he received was here, which was what I refer to as stellar treatment, stellar care. The level of compassion and caring and personal care that he received was really phenomenal, along with the professional treatments that he received all along. Dr. Malinowski was immediately available to him as his family doctor. When he would come to the hospital, Tony and Lee would greet us with open arms and hugs and made us feel right at home. We would go to the laboratory on Monday morning. That laboratory, within 3 hours, would get those results to Renfrew, Victoria, so that the nurses there would be able to tell us on Monday if he was qualified to have his chemotherapy treatments on Tuesday. The telemedicine with Susan Koulis, she was adorable, and she even told us things that we weren't even really there for, but she was caring for George. She pointed things out right away that were really helpful. So and then later on in his care with hospice, with Karen Reimer and her team, and the coordination with CCAC and the home care, because George was adamant that he wanted to die at home. Coordination between all of those different parties. So telemedicine, laboratories, the family doctor, all the people in the hospital. Whenever we came here, it was like everyone was right there to completely support us both. And then that transferred to Renfrew, Victoria, and on to Ottawa. So overall, I call it stellar care, without a doubt. I also want to mention that for a small community, having a 24-hour, 24/7 emergency room is just remarkable, absolutely remarkable, and it really put us at ease knowing that this was available to us. We actually did have to access the emergency department on 2 occasions, and we were greeted by Terry Harteliza and Dr. Xu, and it was absolutely the best. It was wonderful care. We went home, and it was well cared for here. Dr. Malinowski at one point gave up his lunch hour on one visit to come in to emerge on his lunch hour to manage George's care, and we're forever grateful for that service being here in such a small community. It really made a difference. Aside from George, there are many people that I know in this community who have been in the hospital who have received all the services. I have not met one person who hasn't been absolutely grateful and thrilled and so appreciative of the wonderful care that they've received here. If anyone has an interest in ensuring that we keep local health care here in our community, making a donation to the St. Francis Valley Healthcare Foundation would do just